All right, we got a quick unboxing and review for y'all today, and we're gonna do a little setup guide of this. So these are a 32-piece magnetic garage door window set. So they're made to look like windows that go on your garage door. So if your garage door don't have windows, and you wanna change the look, you don't like the way your garage door looks, these are gonna make it look like you have windows on there. So that's what's cool about this. They're 4x6s, so we're gonna unbox this, and then we're gonna install them on my garage so you can see how they look and how to install them. So first off, it comes with these little guides. So these little guides are what help you align the windows on your garage, so you can make sure they're all the same distance apart, so they look accurate. So you have different thicknesses. So you see that one's 1/4 of an inch, and you have one behind it that's 1/2 inch. So there's different sizes depending on how you want it to look. So that's cool they include those. So here is this. So this goes to the back of the cross molding. It says, please attach these small magnetic patches to the back of the cross molding to assist with your work. So these are also to help, I guess they go with this maybe. So these are to go on here to help you hold the windows in the right place, so they look all the same. Here's your user manual installation steps. It's going to show you how to install them. Yeah, so you can see there's the little things that gives you to line them up. So there will be they're smaller pieces, and you put them together into 4s to make it look like a window. So that's what it'll look like. So it also gives you a ruler. So that's nice to help you measure them to 6 inches. Then we're gonna get into just some padding, and then here's the actual magnetic pieces. So there should be 32 of them. It comes with a styrofoam around it. Let's pull it off. So that's that. So here is the windows. They come nice and neat, packaged. So there is a reflective surface on these to make it look like a real window. So it's not just like a black square. It makes it look like a real window. And then it comes with all the different accessories. There's an installation manual. So these have a thickened, let's open them up for y'all, pull one out. Actually, we want to open it all the way up. So here we go. We'll pull one out so y'all can see what it looks like. And then it does have a divider in between each one. So this is the magnet side, and this is the reflective window side. So you can kind of see my light reflecting off of it. So that's what makes it look like a real window. So don't just look like a black square like this. So this is the back side. So these are upgraded. They have a thicker, they're thicker, so they have a stronger magnet. So you don't have to worry about them falling off your garage. You don't want them to be weak, so they'll fall off if the wind blows or if you lift your garage up and down. So there is a reflection on this. It is thickened for enhanced magnetic strength, ensuring that it never falls off. There is 32 of these panels. They can go on your garage door. I guess you could use them anywhere else as metal, but they're designed for a garage door. 32. They also have a 16 pack, so if you don't have as many windows, if you have a smaller garage door, you can get that as well. It comes with all the accessories and stuff that you need. So this is what they look like. Lay them out for you so you can see them. But I mean, they're all the same thing. And it comes with these little white pieces of paper in between each one of them, so they don't get damaged or scratched. All right, so this is what they look like laid out. I'm sure you can see all those. And of course you have, your ruler, installation manual, all your little pieces to show, just all your spacers. We'll pull them out and let you look at these. So this is a 1/4 inch spacer, 1/4 inch square, like a little 1/2 inch, 3/4 inch, 1 inch, 1.5 inch, 2 inch. Then you have all the one side dividers, 1/2 inch, 3/4, 1 inch, 1.5, 2 inch. So they give you all the spacers that you need. So that's nice that they include that all with the package. So that way they can all be the same and be uniform. And then of course they also include your magnets for those dividers. So yeah, that's everything that you need in the box. We're gonna go install these for y'all in the garage. I'll show you quickly how I set them up, and then we'll show you what they look like when they're all installed. All right, so this is what my garage looks like before the windows. As you can see, I got those little squares at the top of each garage. So there's 4 on each door, so I have 8 total, and that's where I'm gonna put the windows. So we're gonna install them there, then I'll show you what it looks like when we're done. All right, so what I'm doing is I think I'm gonna use the 1/4 inch spacing for my garage door. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take one of these little small magnets that they give you, and I'm gonna stick it to the back of this, and then I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna stick it right in the center of one of those square panels on my garage door. So let's do that real quick. I'm just gonna tear it off. And they give you multiple different sizes depending on which one of these dividers that you go for. But I'm going for this small one. So here's the sticky side. On the back of these magnets, there's a sticky side. So when you peel it off, you can take it and stick it to the back, and then it's a magnet. So then you magnet it to the door. So that's what I did. So y'all can see how I'm lining that up. And then you wanna, since this is a 4-corner one, I'm gonna put this directly in the middle of one of those squares, and I'm gonna take the other panels and line it up on each one of these corners here. So let's do that. I'm gonna take this, try to find the center. You can actually measure it if you wanna make sure it's perfect. Use the ruler that they give you. So use the ruler to measure if it's perfectly in the center. So yeah, I just stuck a magnet to the back of that, and now I'm gonna take these panels. I'll take each one of these panels that they give you, the window reflectors, and I'm just gonna line it up in the corner here. And then when you get all 4 of them, I wanna straighten it up. When you get all 4 of them with that little bit of gap, you're gonna make it look like a real window. You can already see kind of the reflection there. All right, so I actually decided to go with the 1/2-inch divider instead of the 1/4 inch, because I think the spacing on this one looks a little better for my liking. So I'm just gonna show y'all how I do one. I already got 2 up over here. I'll show you how I do one, and then I'm gonna repeat the process, and I'll show you what it looks like at the end. You wanna use your ruler that they give you, or measuring tape, it don't matter, to measure exactly where the center is, and then place this right in the center. So yeah, stick it right there. Then I'm gonna take these 4 panels and just put them in the corners. Super simple. There's 1, and there's 4. Try to make them straight. They do get a little crooked. Try to straighten them the best you can. And then once you have them where you are, I'll push them all the way flat. See, that one's a little crooked. Just try to straighten them up the best you can, and then you'll just pull this straight out the middle, and voila, you got one done. So now I'm gonna repeat the process. We'll show you how it looks like. All right, so this is what it looks like when it's done. As you can tell, it does kind of look like windows. I went with the 1/2-inch spacing on all of them. You don't have to use that same layout how I did the 4 corners. You can do different layouts. Look on the listing, and you can get a few different ideas of different ways you can lay it out depending on how your garage is. But yeah, this is it. I use all 32 squares. I have 4 squares on each side. So yeah, that's what it looks like. It looks pretty good in my opinion. I just did the top row. I didn't do the bottom row or anywhere else. But yeah, that's what they look like. You can spend a little more time to work on the spacing to make them, better spaced out. I just did it pretty quick, but to me, they look pretty good in my opinion. I don't think people from the street are gonna be able to tell that they're off just a tad. But yeah, you can spend more time to make them better, straighter if you want. But as you can tell, you can see like the reflectiveness. You can see the reflection here. So it makes it look like a real window. And if you need to clean them, you can actually wipe them down with window cleaner and clean it. But yeah, this is what they look like. They look like real windows from the street. When you're up close, you can definitely tell it's not a window, but when you're at the street, they look good. So this is what they look like. I think they turned out pretty good. So yeah, if you want some, check them out. Amazon link in the description. Y'all go get you some. Y'all have a great day.